Now let us discuss the anatomy of the lens. The lens is the second major refractive element of the eye, and the cornea with its tear film is the first. So the lens grows throughout the life, and it is supported by the zonular fibers, and these fibers run between the ciliary body and the lens capsule. Now we know that these zonular fibers transmit changes in the ciliary muscle, and that allows the lens to change its shape and refractive power, and that process is called accommodation. And this accommodative ability of the lens varies with the age. So at birth, it is going to be 15 diopters, and at 25 years, it is going to be 8 diopters, and then at 50 years, it becomes 1 to 2 diopters. So the lens basically has three parts. You have the lens capsule, the lens epithelium, and then the lens fibers. And the lens is basically a transparent biconvex structure, and the convexity of the anterior surface is less than that of the posterior surface. Likewise, the thickness of the lens capsule is also not the same. So at the anterior pole, it is going to be 14 micrometers, and at the posterior pole, it is 4 micrometers. So it is thinnest at the central part of the posterior pole, and it is thickest near the equator at 23 microns. Now, beneath the capsule, there is the lens epithelium, and this is basically a simple cuboidal epithelium. So it is a single layer of cells, and in the center, these cells are quiet, so they don't show any mitosis. But as you move towards the equator of the lens, these cells are going to become active, they are going to show mitosis, and these cells are going to become columnar. And basically, by elongation of these lens epithelial cells at the equator, the lens fibers are going to form. So you can see here that the lens epithelium becomes columnar at the equator, and it gives rise to the lens fibers. And these lens fibers make up the bulk of the lens. These are elongated cells, and these are arranged in layers. Anteriorly and posteriorly, these lens fibers meet to form the lens sutures. So with age, the deeper fibers are going to lose their nuclei and intracellular organelles. So the oldest central fibers are going to represent the fetal lens and form the lens nucleus, and the peripheral fibers are going to make up the lens cortex. Now, why is the refractive index of the lens so high? We know that the refractive index of the lens is 1.39 at the periphery, and it is 1.42 at the inner zone. So the reason for that is that the lens is the richest organ in protein. It is 35% protein, and it is 65% water, and there are no nerve fibers or blood vessels that supply the lens. The nutrition of the lens comes from the aqueous, and it bathes the lens from all its sides.